Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 11 of our Formula 1 2021 My Team. And in the last video, if you guys haven't seen that, hit the link up here and go come back. Watch this one. We were in Hungary and we finished just outside the points. We were P14. We had a mediocre qualifying, I would say. It was okay. Wasn't the greatest. But we did manage to finish in P14 after battling with Kimi Räikkönen for most of the race. I feel like he has been in a lot of these videos. But as always, guys, if you want to go right to the race, just look down at the timeline and you can go to the race. However, if you're here to watch the R&D and team management stuff, just keep watching. We're going to get into that stuff right now. So with the last video, we had this notification pop up. And our sponsorship is up for renewal, and I'm going to renew that because it is a good sponsor to have. We currently have $1.24 million in the bank with 1,558 resource points, and we have a level 10 acclaim level. Looking at the standings, I'm currently in 8th place in the driver standings. And in the constructor standings, we are in 6th place. However, I'm the only one who has scored any points for our team. I also want to show you guys this too, because I haven't shown you this at all, but this is just the progress history for the R&D for all of the teams. Now this might get a little confusing because there are 3 different red lines on this chart. However, if you're counting from the bottom, we are the second red line, or the one in the middle, I guess, and we're the brighter red. And then the one starting off below us is Alfa Romeo. And as you can see, we are just under them right now, heading into Spa. And we were ahead of them at the start. They passed us, we passed them, they passed us again. And then hopefully with all these upgrades coming in and the ones that we're going to be buying in this video, we will be able to surpass them. Mercedes just way up there, no one's been close to passing them except Red Bull, but they seem to be on a parallel kind of trend. I'm not sure if our department is currently busy right now, so if we go with the suggested upgrade, it is giving us a gearbox reliability testing part. That is 1,075 R&D points. Let me just see if we can upgrade any aero or chassis parts. Yeah, so our department capacity is reached for the aero department, and we have 2 upgrades going for the chassis department because we did get that facility upgrade where we can now upgrade 2 parts at once. Powertrain, we're going to leave that alone for a little bit. That Ferrari engine still doing pretty well. It could be a little bit better, but there's definitely more important things that we need to look into. We're going to go ahead and get this suggested upgrade, and this won't be ready for us until we get to the Russian Grand Prix, given that it doesn't fail last minute. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that. We have 483 R&D points. I don't think we can upgrade anything else. However, I do think we have looked at everything, or everything that we need to for this video. So we're gonna go ahead and simulate to race weekend. All right, guys, so we finished all the practice sessions. We actually did very well in the practice sessions. P1, I think we had the 4th fastest lap, and P2 or FP2, we had the 2nd fastest lap. So very good qualifying. I don't know what's going to happen here. It looks like we're going to have a rainy race, so this qualifying might go down the garbage chute. Hopefully we have a good lap though, but let's get right into it here at Spa, heading into turn 1. Not sure what place I'm in right now. Right now I'm in P5. Charles Leclerc is leading like he did in 2019. Actually, to be fair, I don't know if he got pole that year, but I do know he won Spa in the 2019 season. We do have DRS. We're in the first DRS zone. We are in P10 behind Lando Norris in P2 as we head into this little chicane. And we kind of drift off the corner, and I don't know how we're still in a good spot. Oh god, I think we just killed our qualifying right there with that stupid downhill turn. We're just flying off the track now. We're somehow still in P9, P10. So we're starting off in the points. And hopefully we can kind of make our way back up. No, we're dropping to P13. Lewis Hamilton. He takes P1 at the moment. We are in P12 now. Oh, God. I don't know what's happening with this qualifying lap for me. We are in P10. I'm not going to complain about that, to be honest. As we head into the final, I guess, straight, or second final straight of the lap. And let's see how we do on the bus stop chicane here. It was very unfortunate that we didn't get to see a race in Spa. I'm very upset about that. We're going to go straight, shortest route to the finish line. I think we finished 10th. I didn't catch it at the last moment. I don't know how well we did through the bus stop chicane. Okay, so we do finish P10. So last in the points, in front of fellow Canadian Lance Stroll with a minute 42, which is a second and almost 4/10 behind Lewis Hamilton. Giuliano, he finishes P19. So pretty typical outing for Giuliano. He's usually in that range. However, let's get right into the race, guys. Okay, we got Carlos Sainz P9 in the Ferrari in front of us. Lance Stroll, fellow Canadian, in the Aston Martin behind us. And here we go. We gotta be easy on the throttle, especially starting out in the rain to avoid spinouts.
We will be forced to retire if we're not careful. Make sure to discharge your battery properly.
Oh my God! So after turn 1,
slow down and maintain a positive delta. There's been an incident resulting in a high level of debris on the track.
so we just have to maintain our current pace, because I guess it was a crash on turn 1. I think someone might have bumped me, but it doesn't look like we have any damage. So we're just waiting for that virtual safety car to be lifted, and then we can resume racing. So after starting in P10, we were able to gain 3 places to put ourselves in P7 behind Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren and Lando Norris. So just sandwiched between 2 McLarens right now. Ooh, we almost smashed in the back of Ricciardo. That is not what we want to do, especially on the opening lap. Just essentially just ruins your race. Still waiting for that safety car to come in, so no one is going full tilt on the racetrack here. So the virtual safety car has been lifted. We are wheel to wheel with Lando Norris. It looks like he's just gonna pass us. I'm gonna give him the space so he can go ahead. And we fly off the racetrack again, heading into the bus stop chicane. The 2 McLarens are in front of us. We now dropped to P8 after lap 1. We do have a 5-second gap on Sebastian Vettel, who has to pit on lap 1. So maybe he's the reason that there was that virtual safety car on the first lap. And because of that, Pierre Gasly overtakes him and the rest of the pack. And Yuki Tsunoda is now 8.3 seconds behind us. I do not know how to do the that big hill turn, the Rouge. Please don't butcher me in the comments. I don't know how to do that turn in the rain. It's very difficult. You can't go like full throttle. You kind of have to release the throttle and kind of glide over the turn. However, we do currently have 2 points as we are in P8, but there is still 20 laps to go. It's gonna take me a few laps to kind of get used to the pace I need to set and how to exactly navigate this circuit in the wet. So we might lose a bit of time. However, hopefully we will be able to make up for that later on in the race.
Don't panic just yet, but we've seen a problem at our end. We're looking into it.
Okay, Jeff, just let us know if there's a problem. I don't know what that problem is exactly. Hopefully it's not bad. We don't have to retire the car or anything like that. Our energy storage is at 78%. However, I don't know if that is...
Issue with our engine.
Okay, would that... I don't know. It could be the energy storage? I'm not sure. I wish he was a little bit more specific on what it was, so possibly we can manage it as best as we can out on track here while they try and resolve the issue. But we're gonna have to keep racing. Hopefully we don't have to retire the car. And that glitch has come up again. As you can see at the bottom of my screen, it still shows Jeff's speech bubble. So I'm gonna see. I don't think I will be able to talk to Jeff at all. I know we're pitting on lap 11. We are on lap 11, and after that virtual safety car, we were not really able to catch up to Lando Norris. He kind of just pulled away from us. So we are heading into the pits here, going onto our fresh pair of intermediate tires. And not the greatest pit entry, however, but we have Daniel Ricciardo in the pits, Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, Lance Stroll. Sorry, Yuki Tsunoda is not in the pits, or maybe he was, but I don't know if they double stacked. But here we go, out of the pits, and I don't like being...
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
Yeah, I don't like being the last person out of the pit lane, especially at this track, because you gotta make a sharp right turn. I don't know, I don't have a lot of time to just mentally prepare for that turn, but we have Esteban Ocon behind us in P11. Antonio Giovinazzi, he is in front of us in P9.
20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
And Jeff just giving us a quick weather update. So just like in real life at Spa 2021, we have a wet race. The only difference is we're actually racing this time versus in Spa, which is very unfortunate because I've never actually seen a Spa race, and I know just by playing the games, watching the documentary, and things that my F1 friends tell me is that Spa is always a great race. So I was really actually looking forward to it. And then on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, it was the first race back after the summer break, so the fact that we weren't able to actually get that kind of sucked. And we're kind of just stuck behind Giovinazzi here. I wouldn't say, actually, no, I wouldn't say stuck, but we are behind him, and I'm looking for a good time to overtake him. We're gonna activate that ERS. He's probably going into the pit lane, so you know what? I might just hold off on the ERS. Or, no, I'm actually gonna use it, just because we want to beat whoever's coming out of the pit lane entry. And we are just getting a bunch of dirty air. I think I just clipped Giovinazzi. So there goes Giovinazzi and Fernando Alonso into the pit lane. And I believe that is Pierre Gasly, or no, that is Yuki Tsunoda coming out. Giuliano Alessi heads into the pits, and we are back in P8. However, we now have a 8.9 second gap behind Lando Norris and a 10-second gap behind Daniel Ricciardo, so they were able to increase their gap. You know, the dirty air and just being behind Antonio Giovinazzi doesn't help. And then on top of that, they are already just pacing faster than me in general, so they are going to get a much more significant gap while I'm trying to catch up from out of the pit lane. However, I do see them on the mini map. They don't look too far, but in race time, 9 seconds is a very long time. I probably just fast forward through a lot of this race simply because nothing has happened really at all. This is probably one of the less active races in terms of overtaking or anything like that. We are in P8 still. Make sure you guys keep watching. There might be a safety car. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping there's a safety car. That'll give us a chance to overtake Lando Norris. You know, with some high traffic shenanigans. Pierre Gasly is 6.6 seconds behind us, with Yuki Tsunoda about 2 seconds behind him. And we did suffer some underbody damage earlier in the race. I think but yeah, I took some underbody damage. I think I rode one of the curbs too hard. Jeff didn't give me an immediate update when it happened, but I think it was on the Eau Rouge turn, the hill turn. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh god, we get a massive lockup heading into this downhill hairpin into No Name's corner. And as I was saying, he didn't update me immediately, so I'm not 100% sure where I got that damage from, but there was a few laps where I did ride that curb fairly hard, maybe harder than I should have, because there's not a lot of traction when you're going full throttle in 8th gear on an uphill turn when it's wet, you know what I mean? So not trying to oversteer the car and spin out or crash. You know, we don't want to pull a Lando Norris, unfortunately. So we did ride the curb and we suffered a little bit of underbody damage. However, I think we'll be okay. The car feels fine. It's been a few laps. We've been driving like this now, heading into lap 18. But we're going to fast forward to the last lap, unless there's a safety car, guys. Okay, last lap of Spa, the Belgium Grand Prix. Jeff just reconfirming with us that it is definitely the last lap of the race. I've actually done that a few times where I'll say last lap of the race and it's actually the second last lap of the race. I think I did that for the Hungarian Grand Prix video. However, Yuki Tsunoda, oh god, we just rode the curb there. Not even ran the curb, we flew off the track. Yuki Tsunoda, or Pierre Gasly, my mistake, is 4.2 seconds behind us. So we're activating that ERS, giving it everything we got on the final lap, just to reassure ourselves that he doesn't catch up to us. No safety car. I'm a little shocked at Spa in the rain. There was no safety car. We did have a virtual safety car on the very first lap. I believe it was Sebastian Vettel, or maybe he was involved in the accident. He may have been the victim. He suffered some damage, and that caused a virtual safety car to go out. So and look at that tire wear, 57%. We have absolutely mauled these tires. We went kind of hard on those last half, especially these last few laps, because Pierre Gasly has been gaining on us. Really, all the drivers behind us have been gaining on us, but it won't be enough, given that we don't slip or anything like that. It won't be enough to catch us. We are gonna finish P8 in Spa, and I am a little upset because we had a great weekend besides qualifying. But I do feel like with our pace that we had in FP1, FP2, and FP3, we could have possibly gained some places and finished higher up in the points. I'm not going to complain. That is 2 points for Cyborg Racing. We don't have any championship aspirations this season. It is the team's maiden season. But I think with those upgrades, the car is starting to show its power and ability a little bit better than it did at the start of the season. Or maybe that's just Spa, the way the car was set up. Sometimes the car just feels different at certain tracks. I don't know why. Like at Monaco felt horrible. Like it was a full wet race, but I forgot which other track we did with full wets, or parts of it with full wets, but it felt a lot better. That being said, I'm gonna end the video there. We have $3.38 million after that race and 2,733 R&D points. So hopefully the departments aren't too busy and we can get some upgrades going with a level 11 team acclaim level. We have the engine cover for the chassis, which is a pretty major upgrade, I believe. That is coming in before the Dutch Grand Prix, which will be the next video. If you guys have watched up to this point, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out.